1, 2, 3.
Hi, it's Connie from Knit Happens, and it's time to get ready for the 4th annual Chicago Yarn Crawl. Knit Happens is proud to say that we're a charter member of the crawl, which began in 2010. Knit Happens had just opened, and I was asked by the sponsor if I would be interested in participating. I said yes, not even knowing what I was getting into, but I'm glad I did, and over the years we've really met some great people. All participating shops are required to offer a free custom pattern. Let me introduce you to Shag Mode. I have always been fascinated by the loop stitch. I was inspired by shag carpet that my parents had in their flat in Chicago. If you're from Chicago, you know about like front rooms and flats. Anyway, the shade of green that I chose in the stripe is also kind of inspirational from that carpet. It was green as well. So to do something different, I decided to do a pillow enclosure, and this is the front of a pillow enclosure for a 16 by 12 pillow. The back will be done in holding the yarns together, but you'll find that on the pattern. This video is to demonstrate how to do the loop stitch for any of you who may not be familiar with it. For the loop stitch, I just want to mention too, this yarn is by Queensland, and it is the rustic tweed. It's just the yarn that I chose. You can use any yarn. It doesn't matter. You probably want to do a little test, see how many stitches you need to cover the pillow, but you can do it in any yarn. Just be creative. So to do the loop stitch, I'm a continental knitter, and I'm going to demonstrate the continental stitch. We're going to go into the stitch, we're going to grab that yarn, we're going to pull it through, but we're not going to take it off the needle. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to bring a loop in between the two needles. Then I'm going to slip that stitch back onto the left needle from the right, and I'm going to go into the back and I'm going to knit those two stitches together. And pull it tight by pulling your thumb and your forefinger apart. The loops can be done to any length, any desired length, long or short, inconsistent, doesn't matter. And in this case, we're knitting a stitch in between. So let me show you that again. We're going into the stitch. We're going to pull a loop through, and I want you to see that I'm in between the tips of the two needles. We're going to draw that stitch back over and go in the back and knit the two together with a knit stitch in between. Hold on. A knit stitch in between. So we're going to do a couple of those. Slip the stitch over and knit the two together from the back. So you're going to say, well, that's all fine and great, she's a continental knitter. But if you are a Western style knitter, I'm going to make an effort to show you how to do that. So be patient with me, please. So we're going to let go of the yarn. I'm going to go into the stitch. I'm going to find my yarn wherever it went. Okay, we're going to wrap around that needle. We're going to come forward and wrap it around our thumb, and then I'm going to go back over that needle. Now I need to transfer it to my left thumb so I can get that stitch on the right needle, transfer it over, and again knit those two stitches. If I can get that, we're going to knit those two stitches together through the back of those loops and pull that loop tight. We'll knit another stitch as you would normally. Okay, we'll try that again. Go in to the next stitch. We're going to knit, we're going to bring that yarn forward over our thumb. We're going to go again to the back of that right needle. I transfer the loop to my left thumb because I need to slip that stitch from the right needle to the left needle. And I need to knit the two stitches through the back of that loop. So going back to continental knitting, which I think everybody should be a continental knitter because I think it's so much easier. Anyway, we've got a loop, we've got a knit, we've got another loop. We're going to knit the back of that stitch and pull it off with a knit stitch after. So try making this on bottoms of sweaters, cuffs, collars, fronts of vest, and I even have an idea. I'm going to take this and I am going to do my next pair of socks with Lorna's Laces Outlast, and I'm going to loop the top of the sock. I think that'll be fun, but of course I'm going to have to pull my pants up all the time to show everyone. Anyway, peace, love, knit, from Knit Happens in Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
That's a wrap.